Hey guys, welcome to Whispers in Ink. I am Jennifer, for those that are new here. You guys, I have a super fun idea with Hershey's Hugs, right? Hershey's Nuggets, that's right, sorry. Hershey Nuggets and Perennial Lavender. And you're saying, Jennifer, you're crazy. I'm telling you, it's going to be a guy treat. And I'm super duper excited. So I'm not here only to inspire you, you guys. I'm here to give you permission to try all of the new things. So make sure that you subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Particularly if you're even halfway through and you enjoy this video. I so appreciate that. And you may want to share this one because, you guys, I've got measurements and everything. Don't forget, they'll be in the description below. And no worries, I've got you covered. So come on and let's create so we can see what crazy stuff I have for you today. All right, you guys, I have, you're going to want to take, let's see if I can get the whole thing in the shot. There we go. You're going to want to take a screenshot of this, you guys, because this is going to help you later. I know the lines are squiggly, but trust me, you'll understand by the time we get done. So take your screenshot. There you go. All right. So I have a piece of crumb cake cardstock that is 5.5 by 9. 5.5 by 9. And this is going to be our gum box, if you will. And then, ooh, I forgot to cut these. I forgot. All right. I have 2 pieces of the early espresso, and this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then 2 pieces of the gingham that is 2.5 by 2.5. So we have those. And then I have a piece of early espresso, and you know I forgot, that is 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. And then this is 2.5 by 1. Again, Perennial Lavender, okay? And then I have 1 crumb cake piece that uses the postage dies, the Perennial Postage die cuts. And you guys, this is the smallest square. All right, so let's do our stamping so we can get that done out of the way. So then we'll work on our scoring, stamping and gluing, okay? We're going to do that first so we don't lose any of our parts because you know how that goes. All right, so I'm using the Big Hugs sentiment. And I'm going to put it about here. Like that. And that's going to be our sentiment on this. And then we're going to, I don't want to glue this one, but I wanted to glue these 2. I don't want to glue that because we got to do some punching on that first. So we're covering up the flowers because we're using the gingham. So we've got this one. And you guys, I thought about using the die cuts for this, but we didn't because they weren't big enough. We could use the square stylish shapes if you wanted to, because I do believe that those would work. And we can check because I have them right here. So hang on. Let's glue this on and then we'll see how close we are. Doody, doody, do, stylish shapes, which by the way is leaving us. I'm very sad. I think, let's look. I'm measuring, you guys, so hang on. I think that it is a little, this one, I would have used the biggest one and then the second largest. If I were to use the stylish shapes to die cut these out, that's what I would have used. But I just cut them, you guys. So, all right, so now let's do our punching part. We're going to put this to the side, that to the side. And I'm using the Trio, the Very Best Trio punch, which, you guys, I'm sorry, I have all the numbers on here. Here's the Very Best Trio punch. And we are going to, I want my edge to look like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my punch and I'm going to put it in here. So that's going to be where we tuck our tab. So I did this one. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to cut it exactly the same. So that gets our tab so that it looks like that. And then we're going to take, I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. I want the leaf bottom down here. And I'm going to punch the DSP piece out also. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to just put it in here. And look at how nicely that all now lines up. Now we can glue that onto that. And we can throw these four little pieces in the garbage. In the garbage. And this is going to be like our package flap. So this will go, and I'm centering this greenery piece so that it looks like this. And I think that's going to be perfect. I'm excited. Okay, so now we've got all of our parts are all done. Now let's talk about all of the scoring that we're going to do. So just so you know, both of these DSPs, you guys, are the gingham and this leaf piece are both Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. All right. And then we're also going to be using the Perennial Lavender bundle, the postage bundle, Perennial Postage bundle, because that's the stamp set that I used and the die cut that I used. And then I'm also going to be using our Baker's Twine, the Essentials pack. All right, that's what we're using. And you already saw the punch that we're using. All right, so now all of our scores. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. And I'm doing short across the top first. And I'm putting my Dark as Death, my cutting blade, all the way up because I'm going to do all of this is going to be scoring. So the first score, and I'm working this way, you guys, because I like having my whole paper up against this channel here. So we're going to do a 1/2 inch. And we're going to score the whole thing, top to bottom. And then we're going to move this all the way to the end, which is 1.5. This part right here is 1.5. And we're going to score end to end. And I always go back and forth a couple of times because then you get that nice crease on there. And then you'll notice I'm flipping it around 1/2 turn because I want short again at the top. And I'm going to do the same scores. 1/2 inch and 1.5. Just like that. So now we have 4 scores here. Now we're going to turn this 1/4 turn, so long across the top. And we're going to go at 3 inches. What is that? Oh, the clock. 3 inches, and we're going to score. And then we're going to move it down to 3 3/4 and score. And then 6, I'm going to move my arm out. Not my arm, but the arm on the trimmer. 6 3/4 and score. And then 7.5. 7.5. Okay, remember that sheet that I showed you in the beginning? The one I told you to take a screenshot, right? See all these X's here? That's the parts that we want to cut out. So what I'm going to do, first off, is I'm going to go on both of these, and I'm going to go all the way on these 2 scores here. And I'm going to do the same thing on this other reverse side. There. And there. Now, these 2 panels down here, what the heck did I just do?